body. I just wanted to preface this video with some disclaimers. Initially, I'm not feeling so great when I started to film, and so I don't really address what I'm going to do throughout the week. I ended up getting up to the rest of the flooring minus the living room, and I wanted to kind of bring you along the journey of starting my utilities on the reservation. Before this week, I had already activated my water services through the N2A, and I wanted to bring you along while I did my feral gas and set up the propane in my house, but I didn't do that great of a job describing what was going on. Anyways, that's kind of all that's going on there. I don't know. Enjoy the video. See ya.
Good morning. Hard day these past couple of days. I'm not really feeling normal, which is normal? I don't know. I feel like, well, I haven't been recording a lot lately, especially since I went back home, or back to my apartment, because I'm kind of depressed. We got a lot of work done, and I feel like I burnt out faster than usual. So I've just kind of been not feeling so hot, kind of feeling the darkness of heart. I know these things will pass. It might just come with the feelings I'm having that are associated with adapting to a new kind of responsibility. Maybe just feeling the weight of change and how it can influence everything, even the things that aren't changing. I really cling to my safe space or my home. So the fact that both of my homes are in disarray is kind of really irritating to me. And it's not like it's something I can clean or fix or something. I don't feel bad about the things that are happening, mainly just the process of how it is happening. I hope that these processes that I've been putting myself in are gonna start steering me to the right direction, and I start to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But I know it'll be fine. I am happy, and that's kind of why it can be confusing when I feel sad, because I feel happy most all the time. Sometimes my happiness isn't exactly directed towards anything. It's hard to replicate that kind of happiness when it's very uninspired, and it's hard to touch grass again. Perhaps that can be described as a sort of mania. I don't know. I feel like that's a really intense word to describe that experience, but I feel good. I just feel uninspired. That's the best way I can put it. Also, I'm so sorry about the audio. I just already know it sounds bad, but I am giving it a try. I'm trying to invest in myself and my art. In the case that it does actually sound bad and my worst fantasies are fulfilled, I apologize in advance. Maybe invest in my world building a little bit and pretend that we're just talking to each other through a walkie-talkie, or this is some kind of interstellar style situation where I'm talking to you from the future through a little tiny TV on a little tiny spaceship. For now, I need to finish cleaning. The worst part of this whole process is cleaning, because it doesn't have anywhere to go, because we're still doing half the house at a time. It has nowhere to go. I feel like I'm just pushing everything in a circle. I'm gonna finish cleaning. I'm gonna organize the rest of this room, because all of the floorboards are in here for the whole house, and I'm going to start painting. So hopefully this whole process will be a lot more enjoyable with the microphone. We'll see though. We'll see. Hey, and you know what? We'll see.
something the right way before, so I'm kind of scared. Because probably I was right the first time and I should have painted the walls before I did the floor. But we'll see. You know, rules are all up to interpretation. It'll be just fine. I have a terrible handle on this mic situation. I'm scared that this isn't gonna work. I'm scared. Kind of just have to go for it. Oh, but I have to stop going for it at some point. Well, that's why I use a drop cloth. My partner used to paint for a living. Well, okay, hold on. He used to paint for a side thing for like 2 days, to put it more honestly. And he gave me all these tips. And you would think as many times as I've painted stuff, from floors to ceilings to walls, that I might have a better idea on how to do this. But I actually have no idea how to do this. And so it will be fine. It'll be fine. I guess it's time to get started. This doesn't look right. But I will be maybe, I don't know. I kind of want to give up. I'm giving up. Ta-da! It's white. I was gonna do a montage, but I'm just painting the walls white from another white, so let's cut to Home Depot. I ended up not getting anything from Home Depot last night because I was feeling overwhelmed. We went into town and then got in like extremely late because it takes forever to get from here to there. And I don't want to just make a rash decision just because I went into town. Instead, I'd rather spend the money on the gas, and then we got a bunch of other stuff anyways, which is why I didn't film. Anyways, today Feral Gas is coming and they are going to fill my propane tank. But I don't trust them. And I'm kind of nervous because they've now pushed it back like 4 or 5 times. And so I feel like it's not actually going to happen. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm also going to pump the brakes on all of the other things I've been doing because I'm kind of just getting extremely overwhelmed by having to plan everything. Like I said, I think I put the cart before the horse way too many times, and I'm like starting to run into the cart. I'm starting to run into the cart and it's making me feel crazy. I feel like crazy. And so it's just causing a lot of decision paralysis. And I just hate feeling this way. I just want to feel normal again. I want to feel normal, like I know what I'm doing and this is what I want to do and blah, 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 whatever. I'm having like a really hard time mental health wise. And I think a lot of it is because I don't really have an actual plan. But I know myself, I know I'm a planner, and I know there's a way through. Hopefully, once we get like the basics done, like the gas starts working, the central heating and whatever starts working, then we'll be somewhere that we need to be. We'll have some kind of work that will prompt me to make better decisions about the things that I'm doing. I just need to, I think, literally go back to square one and start to make my plans. Like the first 2 days I'm going to do this. The next 2 days I'm going to do this. The next 2 days I'm going to do this. Because I think that's the only way that my brain can function. However, I am nervous about doing that because things take a lot longer than you think they're gonna take, and when I do it like that and I don't finish by the deadline, I either push it into the next thing and then never get anything else done because I'm like, oh, well, I took the time out of something else to finish this project. I'm not even going to finish it. I need to make it perfect, and then I never get anything else done. Or I stop doing what I'm doing and then just have a bunch of halfway projects. So that's a little bit nerve-wracking. Maybe I'm just not a functioning person. Like, I can't function properly. Who knows? But I will tell you something. I think that making a schedule at all is better than not making a schedule at all. And so I'm going to try to do something like that and get little projects done at a time, because right now I'm just focused on everything like at the same time, and that like isn't, and then I turn the corner and there's something crazy going on. So that's my plan. I'm not doing anything particular. I'm going to stop painting so manically. And I'm just kind of going to walk around my house. I can't wait to watch this video back and I see if feral gas is here. I am now manifesting for the rest of the day that feral gas will come here and they will fix my propane tank and they will fill my tank up with gas and they will light my pilot and they will do something really special so that I can have heat in my house and that I can have a hot shower for once in my life in my house. Please, anybody, if you're listening, please let that happen for me. And that is my prayer for the day. All right. I feel good. Do you feel good? I feel good after doing that. Anyways, I can't wait to see. Well, stay tuned. Okay, goodbye. You'll not believe what's happening behind me. Hi.
It's feral gas.
It's feral gas. They're here. They're gonna turn on the heater.
Hopefully. We'll have to see if it works.
I hope it works. If it doesn't work, then we're kind of screwed
fucked.
a little bit. Yeah, because we paid to get the propane thing fixed, like the tank fixed, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how much that has to do with the actual. I just like was hoping that would be just it. I wonder if like
it might be.
Well, anyways, they're here. I'm very excited. I'll update you in a second. So it's actually kind of terrible news. This I forgot. I didn't know I was supposed to ask them to light that. Also, this is like not turning on, but it could be just really dirty. I just didn't know I was supposed to ask them to do that. So here I am. I don't know. I'm kind of confused because I didn't know that they were the people that I would report to if something in here didn't work. But I also didn't know how I was supposed to test it if there was no gas in here, because that's another thing I forgot to update you on, is that there was no gas in here. So I had to like jump through all these hoops to get them to come and fill it, because we have a personal tank. So there, it wasn't like provided through like a company or anything. And so I'm not... I'm just confused because it's like, if there's something wrong, how was I supposed to know? Also, how was I supposed to know that they were supposed to light it and like figure it out? I don't know, because it's also like my furnace, like we have like gas central heating, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it, but I am gonna clean it. I don't really know how I'm gonna clean it, but I think I'm gonna start by like sweeping everything and just making it not disgusting. Okay, bye. While I was cleaning this, I thought we could go up here and you can see the color that just... Okay, you probably can't tell. This is just a white wall. You can see the difference of color. Like, that's a warmer white and this is a like weird... I think that it's because it's matte. I don't think it's actually because of the color. I think it's both of these things working in tandem that I don't like. I wish that it was a lot warmer. It doesn't feel so warm, and maybe you can see that kind of. It doesn't feel so warm. It feels weird and kind of like a hospital. I don't know, this is a beautiful landscape. I want the inside of my house to reflect that. You know what I mean? But that's that. RIP, I wish I had spent all the money on that. I don't know, you can see what I'm saying. Can't you see what I'm saying? No! It's definitely duller than it should be. It should be a lot warmer, I think. In my opinion. That's just my opinion. I have another unfortunate update. Not for you. For the people here with us, in the room with us. This is separated. So we need a piece that goes in there to bring something here so that this works at the same time as that works. So I have to separate this whole thing so that we can get this here so that we can have heating
until we get the piece that goes here. You know what I mean? Anyways, we had this guy come in a million times and he had to like fix it, and it's just not computing. But yeah, I guess we have to like take apart the whole thing in this closet and figure out how we're gonna operate everything at the same time, because otherwise we have to just run one or the other, which is not gonna happen. Because I'm kind of taking it easy, I had other kind of tasks to do today. So I did my NTUA, which is our Navajo water service here, and I paid the first water bill, which was kind of daunting to me because they don't actually send you a slip for when to pay. You just kind of have to guess. So I went in there and I was like, is it my date to pay? And they were like, yeah. And so I got that done. It was kind of confusing, a lot of shenanigans going on in that office. I asked them, would it be easier if I just paid online? And then they said, I don't know if it works, but you can try. So it's not exactly suggestive, it's that you should take it perhaps as a warning. I'm interested in dealing with that, but that's as good as it's gonna get for the Navajo administrative responses, so I'm not gonna complain about that. Other things that I'm going to try to pursue in the next week or so is I need to get a PO box, but that's kind of a daunting task because you have to wait for them to become available. And if you don't know, on the reservation, you cannot use your physical address as a mailing address just because it's hard to get to most of these places. And so there's no like mailboxes in front of the houses. And so you use a PO box as your mailing address. And obviously that presents other kinds of issues. Like if you're familiar with like the voting system, you cannot use a PO box as your address, nor can you use it on your ID. But we are an exception. I think most reservations are allowed, or people who reside on the res are allowed to use PO boxes as their primary address. And so I really need to get one of those going. Currently I'm using a PO box off the reservation in the nearby town that I was living in, but I pay a subscription for that and I really don't want to do that anymore. So I'm going to try to get one at the post office. However, every single time I go in there, they're like, oh, well, you have to wait until next week. There's none available. And they won't tell you when one might become available. You just kind of have to guess. So I go in there every so often to see if I can get one. Also, my partner is white. And so sometimes that can present problems. And I don't know if he has to actually be there to get authorized as a user of the PO box. So more on that later. But like I said, very daunting process I'm ready to pursue. I need to go check on Trev and see what is actually going on because it's probably good for me to know about it. But it is hard for me to understand it. But I know now that I have a head start on it that it will be over soon. So hopefully in the next clip we will have central heating. We'll see. Hey, and you know what? We'll see. That tickled my bones. Oh, that tickles. Looks good.
Thanks.
Oh, now we can do some tap dancing. Babe, you wanna come do some tap dancing?
Not at all.
Great. Good morning. It's the next day. You might hear a background noise, perhaps something a little bit loud. I'm not gonna apologize for it because it's my central heating. We were surprised by another gas company guy coming here today, and he was like, oh yeah, the other guy didn't know what he was talking about. Let me fix it for you right now. And then he literally came in here 5 seconds and now I have this beautiful sound. I'm very excited. It's very exciting. So now that it's on, I'm very happy and I'm very proud of the background noise. Very exciting. Lots of exciting things happening. I'm very excited. Thank you. I'm excited. Okay. My next plan of attack for my lazy week is to finish the flooring. I just learned how to do the laminate last night, so fingers crossed I can finish the rest of it. It doesn't seem like that much. Maybe a little bit here, maybe a little bit there, maybe a little buzz with the jigsaw. Who knows? We'll see when we get there. Woman in STEM. That's a woman in STEM. Not the safest thing. I know I don't want to hear it, but this
how we do things here in this parts. Pray for me. Literally not too bad. Actually kind of incredible that that went like that. Now is the moment of truth to see if it actually fits. If it doesn't fit, that I'm not gonna be offended because it was my first try. So maybe I'll get lucky and I'll have found my calling. I think if I put it in the other way, it will fit if I go this way, that way. Right? No, it won't. Just like a smidgen. Maybe I'll do it outside. I did just get in trouble.
Sorry, baby. It's
Too loud.
yeah, it's way too loud.
But I'll do it outside. Okay. Not so great this time, but I think this will work. Moment of truth. Maybe if I do something stupid like I think I need to cut just a little bit more right here. Don't look, it's my first try. Verdict is in, the jigsaw actually rocks. And now if only I knew how to use it. Just to be cut a little bit more in. Be right back. Wow. This next piece is the piece that really confuses me. Alright. I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. If I can do this, I can do anything. We're so close to finishing this area. Yes! Oh, I can do anything! I can do anything! I finished the kitchen! The last row was all scrap, baby. Oh yeah. Hey, how hard could it be if a man can do it? You know what I'm saying? Not so bad. Not so bad. This is the completed dining room. I'm so happy. And now I just have to do the kitchen. It's been the hub for all of the tools because it was the only countertop of the house for a while. So we have all of the stuff just sitting here. So this is my next area to conquer. We decided to keep the original cabinets just because they seem fine for now. And with the budget, we just decided like we'd rather have a nice bathroom than new cabinets right away. I eventually will replace them, but for now, that's what we're rocking with. We have an array of colors to choose from. And throughout the whole process, I've been taping samples that I've been taking and pilfering from the home improvement store that shall not be named, but I have a million different colors here. I did receive my first package and I am excited about it because I was talking earlier in this video about investing into my art to monetize myself, especially now that I live down here, because I won't be participating in the market scene as much anymore. And so I did myself a favor and check this out. I bought a camera. It's a Sony ZV-1F. There was like some kind of bundle deal on the site that I will not name. I think it'll be good for so many different reasons. There's a lot of other things I want to pursue, especially now that I live out here and kind of step outside my comfort zone. So I think that this will be the first step in trying to do something like that. Of course, my cell phone is very good at taking footage, but I needed something a little more separate because I use my phone for so many other things, especially like admin stuff when it comes to Before the AM, which is my business. Also, the cloud is evil, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. This is it. Yep, again, it's a Sony ZV-1F. Sponsor me. I think that's gonna be all for this video. I'm about to go back into town, stay at my apartment, pack up some more of my stuff. Maybe I'll see you there. I don't know. I feel a lot better than I did when I got here because I didn't know what I was doing, which reminds me, I want to share something with you really quick before you go. Earlier, I was talking about how I have a really hard time setting deadlines for myself because it either pushes everything back or I half-ass everything. So I was like, duh, make a master list. Go back to my roots. I used to make a master list all the time, but it was very much a journal entry style thing. This list is called Big and Large House List To-Do List. And it has every room and everything I need to do before I move all of my furniture in here and all my clothes and my cats. So it is slowly but surely getting ticked off one by one. Having the gas people come today, I easily got the utility closet stuff done, and I will have so much more things to cross off and add to. It was a good way to just sit down and chill out and just think of everything I have to do and write it down somewhere, especially now that it's in category of like room. So that's that, and it'll be a lot easier to have weeks like this where I have no idea what I'm doing and feeling extremely perturbed, and now I just have a master list to help me with that. So that is that. But anyways, thanks so much for joining me. I love having you here. I'm having a great time with you here, and I love you. Is that so hard to say? Is it so hard to tell you that I love you? Probably not. I'll see you later. I guess like and subscribe and hit the bell notification for whenever I post or whatever. I'm trying to remember how to say this because I always think about it and I don't actually know what some of those things mean. Anyways, see you later. Love you. Bye.